Okay, I know that this video is very much overdue and I should have done it weeks ago because the firmware version, the new latest firmware version came out weeks ago for the Action 5, but here we are. So I want to see, because I know a lot of people have said that the update did actually make the footage look better in terms of that over-processed HDR look that it has, and then some people have said that it hasn't made any kind of difference at all. So I'm curious for myself, and obviously I want to update the camera. So I'm going to grab some footage and I'm going to compare before the firmware and after the firmware to see if I can see a difference, because I really hope it does fix it, because that's the main thing that lets the Action 5 down, because it's got some great features that the Action 4 doesn't have, but the Action 4 still just looks so much better when you're shooting in that normal colour profile. But if you're shooting in D-Log-M, then I have said I recommend the Action 5, but I digress anyway. I'm gonna go and shoot some stuff, update the firmware, shoot some more footage, and then I'm gonna see what I actually think. It is also worth saying that the footage, that previous footage, was shot in D-Log-M, and so is this. And for the rest of the video, I'm actually going to be shooting in the normal colour profile, because that's the thing that I really want to see the difference in. So I just shot a few clips, some of myself, so that I could just compare before and after, mainly looking at the skin and how, or if it actually changes after the firmware update and no longer has that waxy look to it. Alright, I've just switched over to the normal colour profile just so that you can see what the footage looks like at the moment, whilst I update the firmware of the Action 5. So I'm doing that now. Okay, so as you can see, there are a few updates, but I think the biggest one that is going to have any kind of significant improvement to the quality of the video footage is this optimized color performance in high dynamic range scenes to enhance visual experience. So there's a few other updates here as well. Nothing that important for me, I would say. It's that first one that I'm more interested in seeing how that does. So I'm going to download that and see if there's a difference. I'm actually going to head back home because I can't update the camera. There's a problem. It just keeps hanging on the install firmware screen, and then after like 5-10 minutes the camera is just saying update failed. So let me try at home. Maybe I can do it by putting the firmware on my SD card or just uploading it directly to the camera. So I will try that. Okay, so even though I'm not in the same location as I was this morning because I couldn't update the firmware for whatever reason on my phone, it just wasn't working and I had to use my tablet, I can't do the comparison. I could go back tomorrow if it's still the same kind of weather, just so that you can see in terms of the lighting, so it's as closely matched as possible. I'll see you tomorrow, but for now, this is what the footage looks like with the firmware update. And from looking at the screen, I have to say it does actually look a little bit better than... It's hard to judge because I am looking at a tiny screen, but I don't know. I'll see. Let me know anyway in the comments what you think so far with the latest firmware update. I also just wanted to see what the footage looks like if I'm backlit, because obviously with these little cameras you want to be facing the sun, or at least have it at a 45-degree angle from you so that you have some kind of light on you to make the footage as crisp as possible. So given that this is supposed to have great dynamic range, it'd be interesting to see how that footage looks with the sun behind me, and if I am lit at all, because the metering isn't great. Okay, different day, same location, same type of time, same weather, but with the firmware update. So you tell me. Also, this is in the normal color profile. So I'm standing in the same spot I was standing before. This is the normal color profile like it was before. Sun is directly on me again, just like it was before. And yeah, I can kind of see that my skin tone definitely looks less orange Well, that's what I thought, but looking at it on my screen right now, side by side, it actually doesn't look any different. So I'm not really sure that it's really done much, to be honest. So tell me, what's currently your favourite action camera for vlogging? I have mine, and it is starting to come up to that time of year when things are going to start coming out, so yeah, I can't believe we're already there. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your favourite action camera is, and also what you do, what kind of videos do you make. As always, thanks for watching. I'm walking backwards so that the sun is on me and not behind me, because if I turn this way then you won't see me very well. Oh, it's not so bad. But yeah, catch you guys on the next video.